Next, I'd like to invite Kate with Students Against Guns in Education.
Thank you for having me. My name is Kate Neuman-Smith, and I am the co-president of Students Against Guns in Education. Yeah, it's a good organization. I believe in the individual right to self-protection as the U.S. Constitution guarantees. However, I also believe in common sense. Common sense says that guns in classroom are a bad idea. A recent UA student body poll found that over 70% of students agreed that guns in a classroom are a bad idea. The U.S. Constitution is silent about whether guns can be brought into classrooms, courtrooms, airports, or bars. It's up to society to decide where guns are useful and where they will create more harm than good. We must decide to keep guns out of classrooms and off campuses. Under this bill, students 21 and over who have a concealed carry permit will be allowed to carry on campus. While we think that those with CCWs are trained students who know how to safely handle a gun, for some this is not true. I know those in the audience who have CCWs trust themselves, but the CCW law has been so watered down by our state legislation that it fails to accomplish the goal of training responsible gun owners. The state does not oversee training courses or instructors, so we do not know the type of training that students with CCWs have had. We need responsible laws that train responsible gun owners before these types of legislations pass. Guns are going to cause more harm than good if they're allowed on campus. We all know that where there are guns, there will be more gun accidents. And do we want those accidents to happen in classrooms filled with students, or a party, or in a dorm? Recently, in Utah, where guns are allowed on campus, a student accidentally shot himself, but thankfully he survived. We do not want these accidents in our Wildcat territory. Additionally, there's no limit to the number of guns you can bring onto campus under this bill. How many guns do we really need? 1, 2, 20, and AK-47? This legislation opens up the window for your fellow students to bring almost any type of gun, as well as number, as long as they're concealed. These are just a few of the severe unintended consequences of this bill. If we're going to pass gun laws, they need to address these problems. Everyone in Tucson knows people who should not be allowed to buy guns can legally. And let's talk money. If this passes, guns will be banned from classrooms. We've already heard from the university. So Arizona schools will end up having to pay close to $13.3 million. This is unacceptable. The U of A alone will have to spend $6 million next year. Do we really want our money to come out of classrooms and into gun lockers? Not at all. I know I would personally prefer my tuition and student fees not to go towards gun lockers. Beyond that, crime is extremely low on campus. Last year there were zero arrests and 1 reported sexual assault. Obviously our campus is safe, but if people are really worried about crime, we need to have this conversation. This legislation is a solution to a problem that does not exist. The Arizona Constitution establishes a mandate to educate all students as nearly free as possible. The priority of our institution is education. This legislation detracts from the constitutional mandate of the state by driving up costs and detracting from the educational priority of this university. This guns on campus legislation is creating a problem, not solving one. We do not have the money to throw away and the time to fear for our safety while at this university. We need sensible legislation that addresses real problems. Thank you.